Hello and welcome to my first RPG Maker VX tutorial. I'm Ashley, and yeah, this is going to be the first episode of my new tutorial series. So right now I've opened RPG Maker VX and I've clicked New Project, and we're going to call the folder name Tutorial. And then the game title we're going to call First Game. Okay. That should be fine. Okay. Just click OK. Tutorial 1. There we go. Right, okay. This is the map. This is what we're going to be working on today. But first of all, we want to see where it says Map.001. Want to right click that and click map properties. In the name we want to call it world map, and then if you're going to have a few world maps or whatever, like different areas of like the world map that you can go into, you number them. So I'm just going to leave mine as world map because I usually only have one. Then I'm going to click OK. Right, so now that it's changed to world map, we know where we are. We're just going to click the grassland over here, and we're going to make sure we're on map next to EV, but we're going to make sure it's on map. Then we're going to select circle tool or eclipse, and depending on how far you like to be zoomed in, 1/8 I like because you know it's a lot easier. I can see what I'm doing. Then 1/4 it's a little bit more zoomed in. 1/2, 1:1, it's quite zoomed in, things like that. So I'm going to go into 1/8, and then I'm just going to start doing this like so. Just going to build my map with the circle tool. And another thing you might want to do, this is a tip recommendation, make it as uneven as you can. So like, I know where I've done at the top it's like squared in, but that's because then it gives us the opportunity of going into a new map later on, whereas when it's connected to the sea like I'm doing now, I'm making it as uneven as I can, so it doesn't look like I've just gone around with the square tool, just to make it look crappy and what have you. But if you look, we've added some nice headlands, bit of a bay there, things like that. Right, now another cool feature I like to do is mountains. I love adding mountains. It gives it a bit of scenery, gives it a bit of difference to the map instead of it just being green all the time. So as you can see, got a nice corner of maps there, of mountains there. Right, okay, now we want a bit of forest, so we're just gonna put this next to the mountains like so, make it look like it's a bit hilled up here. So at the moment we're starting to get a very basic world map. And this is another thing as well, this program, it's easy to use. It's not like you coding anything. It gets a bit difficult when you come to scripts and that, but other than that it's very easy to use. As you can see, I'm literally just painting on the tiles that I want and making it look like a map. So as you can see, we've got like a bit of an island thing going on here, with a bit of forest and things like that. But anyway, now we're just going to click the sand, and we're going to go into pencil. We're going to go into half zoom. I like to go in, and then we're just going to go round the edges with this like that. We're just going to basically make ourselves a bit of a beach, make a bit of a bay in there, just make it look uneven and a bit unnatural, just make it unique to how you would do it, whatever you feel comfortable with. I like to go into a lot of detail in a couple of minutes, I mean, I've been recording for 5-6 minutes now, and we've already got a basic map going on. It's starting to look like a bit of land on a map. You know, it's not very graphical, no, but it looks okay. Maybe we've got the forest, and we're getting beaches and things like that involved, and mountains and whatever you know, just whatever you like. Now, some cool things I like to do is just even things out a little bit, only a little bit. It's not going to be huge. It's just like making this look a bit more of a bay, like that. Just making the sides look a bit more defined, to look like it's a headland, look like it's sticking out a bit to the ocean. Now I'm just going to delete everything that's in the water here. Don't want anything now, get in the way. And we're just going to get back on the sand tool and then do like that, and then just build the beach up a little bit more, like so. And then that looks a little bit sticky out about that, and then like so. There we go, perfect. Now if we zoom out a little bit, once I've done that, zoom out, look at that. That looks a lot like a map now, but it's still not quite ready. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit, and I think we'll go up here, around here. And then we're just going to make a big circle here of water. This is the water tile, and then just delete the land in the middle. And then I think we'll go up like that. We've just made a basic lake. Right, now I also like to use geographical things and stuff like that, so I'm just going to make like, no, it doesn't work. Like that, and then we're just going to do like a bit of a spit like that, but we need to make that a bit thinner. This could be up a bit more. Sorry, I just like taking my time with these things. There we go, spit. Simple. There we go. Bit of landform over there. Bit of unevenness, you know, things like that. Now, this is where it gets to the fun part. Over here, you'll see. Oh, hang on, what was it? No, it doesn't matter. Anyways, we're just gonna zoom in to 1+1, and we're gonna go find the player. He's here. Just gonna click events, and we'll see him a bit more clearly. Now, at the moment, he's stuck in the middle of a mountain, which isn't very good, as when you start the game, you won't be able to move. So turn it onto events, click and drag him away. And I want him to start over here in this mouse grassland over here, so I'm just going to drag him over, and then we'll drag him about there. There we go. And now we want a place where he can go, so we just go to B on the tiles presets, scroll all the way down to the bottom, click, and then drag diagonally to the right over whatever you choose on castles, whatever. And then we're going to go back onto map, and then we're going to place a castle, and we've just made a castle there. So now we've made a castle. I like to make mine look a bit featurized, you know, add a bit of a few towers here and there, you know, just to make it look a bit like that, you know. There we go, perfect. Now what we want to do is we want to save, and we want to run the game and make sure it works, make sure that we can move around. Now I must warn you, music in this game's loud. Okay, so we can move around, and here's our castle. Forest, you can walk over it, or walk through it, shrubland or whatever you want to call it. And then we've got the mountains and so on and so forth. So that's the game sorted. got everything on it that we put in, things like that, you know. It's not missing anything out. Right, now we want to make it a little bit more interesting. We want to add monsters. So if you go to the top bar and click database, and it'll bring up this thing, and at the moment we're playing the character number 1. It's called Ralph, he's class paladin. You know, things like this. You can see what he equips, his HP, things like that. You can call him whatever you want. Classes, you can make your own classes, skills, items, weapons, armors, you name it, you can do whatever. But we're most interested in this. Now, I reckon we should, you know, hang on, change the maximum, make it 35, okay, and then we're just going to click on 31. We're going to make a new monster, and I reckon we should call this, giant, let's see, giant, what could we have? I don't know, we'll just call it giant rat. And then for the graphic, we want to find something that could look good. That'll do. I think we'll make our giant rat like that. Okay. Nah. This is just changing the colour, by the way. At the moment, that's what the giant rat looks like. We want a giant rat to look like that. Okay. So that's our giant rat. We're going to make his max HP to 100. We're going to make his max attack 13. His agility 15. Evasion 4. Hit ratio 91. Drop item. I'm gonna call it item potion probability 1. Okay. We're gonna make it no, not slashing. I think we'll make it melee, and we'll make it state efficiency. So we'll leave them. So basically, we've just made it. So just click apply and OK. Now we go back onto database and click troops. I'm going to change the maximum again. Make this 35 again. Click 31. And we're going to call this giant rat patrol. Right, and then we're just going to add in our giant rat, which will be at the bottom. We're just going to make it 2 giant rats. Then we're just going to click apply and OK. So if we go back onto world map, properties, add a troop, scroll down to the very bottom and we'll see giant rat patrol. Click it and click OK. And we're just going to make this 5 for the video purposes. You can make it whatever you want. Then we're just going to click OK. Click run the game, and we'll save the changes, yes. And the music's loud again, so sorry. As you can see, we have that was a basic level fight. Anyways, I'm sorry guys, I'm going to have to go now, but I am Ash. This has been RPG Maker VX first tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye.